It's very difficult for any individual who faces a criminal charge, particularly in federal court. And there's a lot of ways that you can face that charge, whether it is a criminal complaint, a criminal information, or a grand jury indictment. Either way, when somebody gets into that position, it's very likely they will face a sentencing hearing before a United States District Court judge. And although there's a lot that a person needs to learn about when they've been targeted for a criminal prosecution, I think that there's one of the areas that people don't think enough about is the person that is sitting on the bench, the person that is going to have enormous influence. So when you're preparing for sentencing, start by thinking about that federal judge. As again, my name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors. I've interviewed many federal judges, and in listening to them, I know that they want to hear from you. But what do they want to hear from you as you start to build that campaign of demonstrating that you're a great candidate for mercy? Think about who they are. Now, in the United States District Court system, you'll see that we have many different district courts across the country. The Ninth Circuit, where I live in California, it includes district courts in Arizona, Nevada, Washington, Montana, Oregon. Then you've got the 10th Circuit, the 8th Circuit, the 6th Circuit, the 5th Circuit. Inside of all those 93, I think it's 93 different federal districts, you've got a number of judges, both magistrates who are appointed for 10-year terms, and then you've got Title 3 U.S. District Court judge who is appointed for life. So think about that individual. Who is that person? What is that person's background? In what ways is that person prepared to become a U.S. District Court judge? There's only like 600 or 700 of them in the entire country. How did those people prepare for that position? Well, it's very likely that these are individuals that made much better decisions than I made when they were young. They did well in school. They participated in their community. They excelled in college. They excelled in law school. And then during their career, they're very likely served perhaps in the military, or they served as a prosecutor or in academia. This is the background that judges come from. So they've got a lot of experience, and they've worked hard to get sponsorship from somebody like a U.S. senator or a U.S. congressman who's recommended them to whom? The President of the United States, because it's the President that appoints a U.S. District Court judge. If you understand who a judge is and what that judge's background is, you should be thinking about, how am I going to use that in my mitigation strategy when I'm engineering this strategy? It's one of the reasons that we highly recommend that you invest the time and the energy to build an effective personal story that advances you as a candidate for leniency. You've got to be thinking about the victims of the case. You've got to be thinking about what you learned from going through the case. You've got to be thinking about what steps you are taking to make things better. And if you pursue that path, the judge may see you in a different light from the way the prosecutor wants the judge to see you. So nobody should be working harder than you to prepare for a sentencing hearing. We try to give you as many resources as possible to help you navigate that path. I want you to use those resources so that you can advocate for yourself. If you need help, of course, we've got people on our team that I have trained and that I highly endorse. But this isn't about us. This is about you. How badly do you want to get a lower sentence? The harder you work on it, the better off you're going to be. I'm Michael Santos, and I believe in you.